There are two different types of worlds that we human beings live in. The first type of the world is the world of form. It is the physical world, the external world. And this consists of everything that you can see, hear, taste, and touch. It's everything that's around you, and it's the most obvious type of world because it's always visible, it's always in contact with you from the outside. The second type of world is the formless world. This is more of an internal world, the mental world, which it happens inside. This cannot be um, you, experienced using our senses. It can only be felt within as a feeling. And the formless world cannot really be described because it hasn't been created yet. It hasn't come into form. Unlike the physical world has constantly in form. It has a physical property. But the formless world, the mental world, it does not have any physical properties because it has not come into form. And any physical object or any physical being or anything physical that you see in the world of form is always created from the formless world. Its source is the formless world. And when it dies, when it extinguishes, when it ceases to exist, it returns back into the formless world. A very simple example is when we are born, there is a physical body that's being created in our mother's womb, which is infused with spirit, with a life energy, which is formless. And as we grow old, our physical body, becomes bigger. We do things in the physical world, and we also constantly do something in the internal formless world as well. And using thought, we connect the formless world and the world of form. We connect the mental world and the physical world. And that's how we constantly create something new. So we humans have this wonderful gift of thought, which is kind of the missing link between the world of form, the physical world, and the world of formless, the mental world. And as our body grows and becomes old and it finally deteriorates and it dies, we are returned back to the formless world because that's the source of everything. Now, in today's video, I would like to talk about a distinction between the world of form, the physical world, and the world of the formless, the mental world. There is a very common misconception about how both these worlds work. And it is a major point of concern and distress for a lot of people. We think that both these worlds work in the exact same way. Now, the physical world can be considered as the materialistic world, the world of material. And the formless world, the mental world, is the spiritual world. Now, the material world and the spiritual world do not work do not work in the same way. For example, when we look at the physical world, in order for us to be something, to do something, to actually improve our physical properties, to just take health, for example. If you want to be healthy, you have to sleep well, you have to get up on time, you have to go work out, you have to eat properly, you have to make sure that you keep yourself fit, you you surround yourself with good people. So there is a lot of doing that's involved in the physical world. You do this, you do that. Even in your career, you have to skill up, you have to work on improving your skills, you have to work on putting in the hours, you have to go to school, college. Like there is a lot of doing that's involved in the physical world. A relationship also, if you take, you have to make sure that you communicate, you are in touch with your partner, and You know what I mean, right? It's a lot of doing that's involved in the physical world, a lot of activity. Now, the problem is we tend to do the same thing with the mental world. We think because we have a lot to do in the physical world, we do the same thing in the mental world. And in the mental world, there's only one thing, one activity that you can do, and that is the process of thinking. And in our innocence, looking at the physical world, we think that we have to do the same thing in the mental world. So we keep thinking, thinking, thinking. We put so much stress in our internal world that actually is not required, because the mental world does not require us to do anything. I mean, just take a moment and think about, when do you get your best ideas? What are you doing when you get your best ideas or when you're in the best of moods? If you really think about it, you'll notice that the best ideas for me come when I'm driving a car or I'm taking a shower or I'm watching my favorite movie. So, all of these times when there is not a lot of mental activity that's going on is when I'm in the best of my moods, is when I get my best ideas, is when I'm the most productive. It's when I'm at most peace and joy and bliss. All the experiences that are actually going to help me in the physical world arise from a state of doing nothing in the mental world. It blew my mind to understand this when I got it. And I got this when I was playing a cricket match and I saw a person who was a bit overweight. And I was just wondering, why do people let go of their health? Why don't they take care of their health and make, their bodies become big? And that's when it hit me that, oh, because there is so much activity going on in the internal world, the mental world, it actually prevents us from taking action in the physical world. I mean, it's literally our innocence that is blocking us from achieving whatever we want to achieve, to take care of the physical world, the world of form, by not doing. And it's just crazy when you really see this, when you really understand that the doing, the excessive work and the hard work and, do this, do that, all of that is in the physical world, and that's okay. But for that, you have to be in an excellent mental state. And an excellent mental state can only be achieved when you're not doing anything inside, when you're not doing any thinking, when you've dropped your thinking and you just be, when you're just present. Most of the people are just time traveling. You're either thinking about the past, accessing a memory, or you're using that memory and your gift of imagination to create versions of the future that might not even exist. And we keep doing that again and again and again, and it really blocks us, because the spiritual world, the formless world, is all about creating something new. It is not about using the old. It's not about being in the old. It's all about having that infinite creative potential to bring something from the formless world into form. And that actually requires no effort. It is a natural process. That's how kids learn how to walk. That's how kids learn how to talk. They're not thinking about it. They're not thinking about, oh, I have to learn how to talk because that's what other people are doing. No, they want to communicate. That's why they learn how to talk. They learn to walk not because it would be shameful to not walk, or because they want to make their parents proud. No, They just walk because they want to get somewhere. And it's so crazy to realize that that intelligence never leaves us. It never really goes away. It's just veiled by our thinking. It's covered by our own thinking as we grow up. And if you could just get that childlike innocence back and get that faith back that, oh, maybe I'm stressing myself out because of the thinking. And in that stress, I'm not able to take care of my health. I'm not able to take care of my career. I'm not able to move forward in my relationship. If you could just see that, if you could just get a glimpse at how simple life can be, if you could just calm this down, just quiet the mind, physically you'll be able to do more. The things that you will be getting out into the world of form will be magical, will be wonderful. This realization really, really helped me, and I hope if you watch this video till this end, if you watch this video till now, I hope you're able to connect and resonate with what I'm trying to say. And as always, if you have any questions, if you want to just leave a comment, if you feel like this opened up something for you, please do leave a comment. And I also have a WhatsApp community which I'm building where I share daily insights. I also share my workshops. I do a lot of live workshops on this topic, and I share those links in the community. So if you're interested, if you connect with this, and if you would love to learn more about this, please do share, please do join the community. I've shared the link in the description. And I mean, it's so wonderful, right? I mean, there's nothing to do on the inside for us to do more on the outside. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers.